Hello everybody, this is Kit from the Tualatin Public Library. I'm trying to read this great book that I just picked up, but unfortunately I'm nearsighted and I need my reading glasses. And, well, they're way, way over there. I don't know what I should do. I mean, maybe I should get up or maybe I should create a robotic hand with cardboard and straws in a needlessly complicated way to get my glasses. That sounds perfect. Let's get started. To do this project, you are going to need a large sheet of cardboard, a pencil or some writing utensil, a craft knife of some sort, something with a hard edge. I used my protractor. We've got straws, and then we will need zip ties, a hot glue gun, some scissors, and some thread. So we're going to start off by clearing this off and drawing around our forearm and hand to get the basic shape of the robot hand we'll be creating. Then we're going to rough in and kind of square off the fingers. It makes it a little easier to see the operations of the robot hand. Now we're going to find the hinges in our fingers where our joints are and draw those in. They don't have to be exact, but it looks kind of nicer if you can get the proportions correct. And then we're going to do the long process of cutting it out. And so we can now flash forward to the final product. Now, along these lines, we've got to figure out a way to encourage it to curl at those lines. So we're going to take our hard edge and we're going to push down on those lines to make a crease in the cardboard. This will help encourage it to only bend at those spots and nowhere else. As you can see, you can kind of curl it up there. And we'll do that all around the hand at each of those sections until all of the fingers are able to curl in. Once we're done with that, then we have to kind of create a handle. This is a place where our hand will come up through and create the mechanism for pulling our fingers down. Now, this is not an exact science, just kind of cut and mold a handle that will go on top that'll be glued so that your hand will fit into it. And now, since the cardboard is more pliable, we really want to create something to fit on the back that we're going to glue to make sure that only the fingers are bending when we pull on the strings, not the cardboard itself. In order to create channels for the string to go through, we're now going to cut a straw into small sections that fit between the crease marks on each of these fingers. They have to be small enough to fit in between and not impede the movement, and we're going to need 14 of them. Let's go ahead and snip away, watch the straw pieces fly everywhere, and then we'll move on to our next step. Now, we need the string to be directed just a little bit more, so we're going to cut 4 larger pieces of straw so that the string can come down a little further. And then in the thumb, we're actually going to take that and put it through the hand into the back so that we have easier access to that particular string. So we've cut the hole there. Okay, so we're going to kind of roughly measure here and clip off those 4 pieces. Then we're going to turn it around, kind of see where our handle is, and clip that piece and a couple of more. Now it's time to start gluing things together. The very first thing we do is glue on that support piece in the back. Next, we're going to glue the handle onto it. We'll do one side and then the other, and then you're going to have to hold it for just a little bit to make sure that it dries well, because that's going to have quite a bit of stress on it when your hand goes through. And next, we're going to glue every little section of straw onto the hand. This takes a little bit, so we're just going to flash forward, and here you go. We've got all those sections in. Now we're going to glue in the longer pieces on the front. And we will then finish by gluing the pieces on the back. You'll see that we have the one piece and then another one that comes up on the handle and across. All right, now we have to create the mechanism that will pull down the fingers. So the first part of that is we're going to create little finger loops for us to pull on. And so we're going to use the ties to measure loosely around our fingers and then cut those off. And we're going to do one for each finger. Now, once that is done, it's time to thread. So we're going to start by cutting off a decent amount of thread, long enough that you can do the entire length plus some, because you're going to have to tie. You'll go through that first section and do a double knot, trim it off, and then you're going to thread down through each straw all the way to the bottom and tie off one of the loops that you created, making sure that it's low enough that you can reach it, but not so low that it won't pull. And here you go. That's what it looks like when you get them all done. Pretty darn cool if I do say so myself. Well, thanks to my robot hand, I'm finally going to be able to read. I'm so excited. This book looks amazing. So I guess I'm going to sign off now so I can read. This is Kit from the Tualatin Public Library, and I'd love to remind you that there are plenty of voices to read, plenty of voices to listen to. All we have to do is lend a hand to help them be heard.